Hey everyone, Matthew here. Welcome back to the channel. Great to have you with me as always. I hope you're all having an amazing Thursday. It is January 8th, 2026, and you're tuned into the Daily Nasdaq Futures Recap, where we break down the macro backdrop, track real-time order flow, and walk through every single trade executed by our algorithmic system. Let's jump straight into today's action. Market news and economic landscape. Today's session was packed with important economic releases that set the tone for volatility throughout the day. At 8:30 a.m., we received a cluster of data, including initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, export data, and non-farm productivity. At 10 a.m., wholesale inventories were released. There were no major tech earnings scheduled after the closing bell, keeping the focus squarely on macro data and price action. Overnight session. Overnight, the market pulled back from yesterday's highs. Our robot identified the weakness early and entered a short position. Selling pressure persisted through most of the overnight session, keeping price action subdued and confirming the bearish bias. Morning session and U.S. Open. Heading into the morning, momentum began to build to the upside. Our robot responded by initiating a long position as buyers stepped in. At the same time, Bitcoin experienced a sharp sell-off, breaking below 89,800, while oil, gold, and silver were all trading lower, signaling broader risk-off sentiment across markets. At 8 a.m., that long position was closed for a profit. Shortly afterward, the system generated another long entry as momentum continued to develop. Mid-morning data and volatility. At 8:30 a.m., job and productivity data hit the tape. Initial jobless claims came in at 208Ks, higher than the expected 200Ks. Continuing jobless claims rose to 1.914 million versus the prior 1.858 million. Non-farm productivity increased to 4.9%. Up from 4.1%. Exports rose to 302 billion, up from 289.3 billion previously. The market reaction was mixed. Pre-market, Google showed strength while Apple traded weaker. Our long position was closed for a profit, bringing total realized gains to $126. Cash session and intraday trades. At the U.S. Open at 9:30 a.m., the market dipped. Our robot entered a short position as selling pressure increased. As the index moved below 25,600, that short was closed for a profit, pushing realized gains to $245. At 10 a.m., wholesale inventories came in at negative 0.2%, down from the previous 0.5%. The market dipped further, prompting another short entry by the robot, which was again closed for a profit. At 11 a.m., NY Fed one-year consumer inflation expectations rose to 3.4% from 3.2%. The market turned choppy and mixed. During this period, the robot executed a couple of quick scalping trades, one winner and one loser, bringing realized profit to $219. Afternoon session and into the close. Throughout the afternoon, the market remained range-bound. AI-related stocks stayed under pressure, while crude oil rebounded off its lows. Palantir dropped below 175, and Nvidia slipped under 184. Our robot identified another short opportunity, which was later closed for a small profit, lifting total realized gains to $220. After the closing bell, the market edged higher. The robot entered one final long position, which brought total realized gains for the day to $257. Summary and key takeaways. To wrap things up, today was a data-heavy session, with the market pulling back from recent highs and trading largely within a narrow range. Tech stock dipped, while defense stocks like Lockheed Martin and Northrop rallied. Despite the choppy conditions, our algorithmic system successfully navigated both sides of the market, managing the swings and closing the day with $257 in profit, trading one contract of the E-micro contract. Thank you for tuning in and being part of this daily journey. I'm Matthew, wishing you all an amazing evening. I'll see you tomorrow for the next Nasdaq Futures Recap.